All right, today we're going to talk about the product rule and the quotient rule. These are going to be similar to the power rule in that they are going to help us find derivatives using a shortcut. So the product rule is used when you want to find the derivative. D dx means find the derivative of two things multiplied together. And when I say two things, I mean two different functions in terms of x. For example, if you have f of x equals 3x squared times sine of x, 3x squared is a function of x. It has an x in it, and it's separate from sine of x. Sine of x has an x in it. So this is when you have a function times a function, like 3x squared times sine of x, and both of those functions have x's in it. You wouldn't have to use the product rule with like 2x. Even though it is 2 times x, and that is a product, the 2 doesn't have an x in it, only the x does. So this is when you have two things and both things have x's. So here is the product rule. It says copy u, and then v prime means times by the derivative of v, plus v, which just means copy v, and then take it times the derivative of u. So we'll try it for example 1 here. One of the things I like to do is make sure that the u and the v are defined. So in this problem, the u is 3x squared, and the v is sine of x. So then when you go through and follow the formula, every time you see a u, you'll use 3x squared, and every time you see a v, you'll use sine of x. So differentiate means find the derivative. To do the derivative of a product, you have to use the product rule, and you'll use this. This is the derivative. So first it says u, so I copy u, which is 3x squared. Then I multiply by the derivative of v. V is sine of x. The derivative of sine of x is cosine of x. Then I put a plus, and then it says v, so I copy v, which is sine of x. And then I multiply by u prime. U prime is the derivative of u. So u's over here, it's 3x squared. The derivative of 3x squared is 6x. This is the derivative of this. It's pretty much done. There's nothing you can do to simplify it. The only thing that I would recommend is writing your trig functions behind everything else. So I am going to rewrite this. This is fine. I'm going to put the sine of x behind the 6x. And that is just so that your trig function doesn't start to kind of go into your 6x. You want to keep that separate. So it's easiest to keep it separate to have it after. Oops, and that is the derivative for example 1.